So welcome, ladies. Thank you for joining us. Super, super excited to have you here. Tanya and I have an incredible experience that we are excited to share with you and to have you participate in. And it's a really special time. We've got Earth Day coming up. We're on the Aries new moon. We've got a solar eclipse. Like there's so much happening right now. And tomorrow's my birthday too. And yeah, this is going to be super, super amazing. I'm just going to go through a couple of housekeeping things and then I'll do a formal introduction and then I'll hand it over to Tanya. So I think we're going to go about an hour today. Thank you. I think we're going to go about an hour today. Is that right, Tanya?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Okay, awesome. We are recording because we will be sharing this as a replay and as well for other people that want to tap into this later. So if you have any issues with your face or your name showing, let us know if you need help to block out your name or your face. Otherwise, just know that this is being recorded. And I think do we know who's participating?
I think this is everybody.
Okay, perfect. You've got everybody here?
Everyone's here.
Great. So then what I'm going to do is, this is already being recorded right now. I'll just do a formal intro and I'll just remove the rest of this and then we're off to the races. So thank you everybody for joining us today for the Permission for Pleasure Masterclass series. I'm so excited to share this incredible space with you today. We have an incredible host, Tanya Gonzalez-Ortega, and she is going to take us through this really beautiful, amazing experience called Nature Constellations. I'm not even going to do it justice to introduce exactly what this experience is, so I'm going to leave that to the expert. But I'm super excited to have you all here today, and especially coming close to Earth Day. We've got a solar eclipse, we've got a new moon in Aries. It's a really powerful portal that we're going through, and it's a real honor and privilege to share this space with all of you today. So thank you so much for joining us. And Tanya, I will hand the reins over to you, and I'm going to throw myself on mute and enjoy.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Amy. Really appreciate all of you being here, and I appreciate Amy for inviting me to put this together. So I think most of you are familiar with family constellations work. If there's anybody here that isn't, just raise your hand. I will just say, explain it briefly of what it is for those that are going to be watching this video later. But basically, it's a form, I guess you would call it a form of therapy, a therapeutic approach to healing ancestral wounds, like addressing issues that a person might be carrying in their life, some kind of inner conflict, or just carrying something that they just can't resolve, that they can't seem to heal. And with the family constellations work, we step out of the story that we might think of, the story that we maybe project or that we hold about ourselves, and then we actually then through this work step out into the bigger picture and actually see the truth of what is really going on, and being able to see where the disorders are, where is the disruptions in the orders of love, and we bring the constellation, the family constellation, back into balance, so that the client then feels a resolution and a resolve to whatever it is that they might be carrying. So nature constellations, I know that it's a little bit more, I guess, cutting edge. It hasn't been done for as long as maybe family constellations has been, but a lot of family constellation, systemic constellation practitioners decided to apply this modality to nature in terms of healing. And so what is amazing to notice is that we can converse with nature, we can connect and actually get direct communication. And I know that this is true. There have been moments in my life, not within family constellations work, but in being in I guess, a certain meditative state where I personally have received like communications from like a rose or a tree, or, we just have that, we break through the limitations of our own mind as being human and separate. And so I think that that's why I'm excited about this work, is that it's our way to find our connection, to find our way back home in belonging with the earth and being in direct communion with her, and finding our place and finding the balance. And I feel like it's just really timely with what's happening right now on the planet. And I know that I feel, and you all feel, which is why you're here, is that that's our deepest desire, is to be in right relationship with her. And so as I conduct this, I'm just the facilitator, and I have no idea what is going to be said or felt or shared, but we are going to open up this constellation with the 4 elements, with earth and the human being. So family constellations workshops are done in this way, so it's different than one-on-one work. So I know some of you had already said, I'm willing to stand in as a representative. And so I will assign those roles to several of you, and then we'll just dive into it. And so basically, as a facilitator, I'll just be asking like, hey, what are you feeling? What are you noticing? And so as you step into these roles, you might get images, you might hear words, you might feel something. And so really your role is just to communicate in an unfiltered way. Don't feel like you have to second guess yourself. Or if you are, if you're feeling like, oh, Tanya, I'm feeling nervous, I don't know if this is right, like just, just say, I don't know if this is correct. And I can help you like tune back in with what's happening and just allow you to really trust whatever is coming through you as a representative. So any questions? Okay. So as with constellations work, there is a question that I'm posing, and the question that I'm asking is, what is it that we need to know as human beings right now? That's the open-ended question. So we'll just allow whatever wants to come through. So before I begin to choose people for this constellation, I'm just going to ask you all to close your eyes for a moment and maybe put a hand on your heart or hand on your belly or wherever, so that you can just tune in and connect with yourself, your body in this moment, connect with your breath. And I'm just asking that this space be held as sacred, and that we all connect to the knowing field. And that we express our gratitude for whatever it is that each one of us is going to receive. And I'm just going to ask that each one of us with our intention, connect to Earth. And to our own unique connection with Source. As it is intended, so it is. Okay. So I need someone to represent the element of Earth. Who would like to stand in as Earth, the element of Earth? Okay, Lindsay, great. Who would like to stand in as wind or air? Denise, perfect. Denise, you are air. Water. Sandy, okay, and fire. I'd like to be fire. Jill, great, okay. So we have those 4. And who would like to stand in for Earth herself? Amy, great. And lastly, human being. Melissa, great. Okay. So everybody remembers the roles. So actually, Lindsay is earth, Denise is air, Sandy is water, Jill is fire, Melissa is the human, Amy's earth. Okay, so go ahead and unmute yourselves. And so if you need to close your eyes and just kind of imagine yourself stepping in to represent that role. And let's start with Earth, Amy, standing in as Earth herself, Mother Earth. What are you feeling and noticing?
To be honest, I'm distracted by Denise's wind.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but I think everything happens for a reason because there's so much chaos in the world that we're distracted and we can't get focused. And I feel that I'm feeling that from everybody, that we can't get focused. At least I can't get focused to determine what I need. I'm sort of in like
that's beautiful.
like a freeze, like a fight or flight freeze, kind of like like I can't connect. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Kind of feels like a holding pattern.
Like a loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I need help.
All right. Denise as wind, speaking to the wind.
As a tree just crunched right behind me. And it just made me, it startled me a little bit. But as she was saying that about the looping or not feeling like you're in a holding pattern, it's kind of how I felt. But as representing air, air is everything. Air is life. Air is life itself. It gives life to everything. Even water. Structured water has to have air in that water to be the living structured water. That's how important air is. And that's how important, I think, what I'm feeling from the earth is all of nature, the trees, how everything is so connected, including us, including us. And we are like we should be the caretakers of all of this. So I'm hearing and I'm feeling a sorrowfulness within the earth, like just from the earth, because
What
some
is
people aren't getting it yet.
so wind, air,
Mm-hmm.
air itself?
Is
That's
present in so many forms, because it's even in your voice, in what you say, what you project. So how important each breath and each moment that we sit and in communication with each other, taking a pause before we put those words into being and speaking this stuff, because that's how powerful air is. You can destroy with those words. So as we're even looking at the earth and everything that is encompassing what's going on, how we need to look for more solutions instead of continuing to look at what we're only seeing, because we're only seeing a little bit of what is truly, I don't know where this is coming from, but what is truly holding us all in connection is how I'm feeling. The bottom of my feet are tingling, and it's pretty cold where I'm at, and I took my shoes off, and so I'm getting like a it's sort of like a wet vibrational feeling sort of coming through my bottom of my feet, almost as if I'm sweating into the earth what I'm talking. I don't know how to. Mm-hmm. So our voices are very powerful. Our wind, our air, the way that we speak. I just coming to me is it's very powerful.
Amy.
I wanted to add, when you were speaking, Denise, I kept hearing the word cleansing, like, and as you were saying that, that's a way that we clean. We can speak cleanly. We have the choice to speak and act and do, and that's the cleansing and the cleaning. And I also felt sorrow when you were talking, like just sadness. And I'm feeling really sad right now. But I kept hearing the word clean or cleanse. So perhaps there's a way that we can use air or wind to help clean and purify.
Yeah.
Lindsay, standing in his earth, what are you noticing?
I'm feeling a really grounded energy, root chakra, very slow, very wanting commitment to choose to be here, to choose to move slowly, to choose to see all the little things every day that make up the wonder of this planet. And that's a decision that we can make to be more present and to slow down and to watch life unfold before our eyes, the commitment to be that in ourselves as well.
Jill, as fire. What are you feeling?
Just there's like this feeling of like I almost not like that I don't belong, but like there's like a dampening of the fire. Like I'm not sure, like the fire's not sure if it's needed or wanted. So there's like this feeling of like, I like bring more of the fire, like don't be afraid of your fire. Like there is a need for the fire. The fire is kind of like that purification, but also it destroys, but it can also be like a rebirthing, you know, and but not to be afraid of your own fire. Like I think we need more of that. All of us need more to embody more of our own fire. Yeah.
And Sandy as water. Water feeling.
So I am water, I am the feeling realm. I hold all of the emotions of the self as well as the collective, from the most joyful to the depths of fear and panic and everything in between. I am magnetic. Whatever is held in the water begins to become manifest form. And it is so very important to clean and clear our personal water.
Can I say something?
Yeah, I can see your feeling.
I need you. That's just, like, I just felt all of your emotions. So thank you for that. But right at the very end of that, I kept saying, I need you. I need you. And I know water is heart and it's feminine, it's love, and it's clean. And we need to clean the water, but I need you.
Yeah.
How is the human feeling in all of this, Melissa, the human being?
I'm feeling a lot of tension, a lot of right from the beginning. I felt like constricted and tight up here, which I hadn't been feeling before. Trying to like take it off, and it feels like not belonging. It feels like not receiving. It feels like admonition. It feels like it kept like just saying, okay, just listen, like take in each viewpoint. And the air in the background, and it was in the middle of my screen. It was so powerful. And everything that she said about it and the actual sound coming through. And then Sandy, when you were talking, I don't know if it was the change in the wind but from over here, it sounded like water while you were talking and describing the water. Yeah, so I feel like I need to stand here and just receive as much information from you as I can.
So I think go through the elements one by one and just turn towards Mother Earth and the human and simply say the truth, which is, I am water, or I am fire, I am air. You are Mother Earth, you are the human being. I am a part of you. Yeah, so we'll go through and just see what happens with just stating those truths with Earth and the human. So we'll start with air as Denise. Denise, if you could look at Mother Earth and the human and just say, I am air, I'm the element of air, and I am connected to you, I'm a part of you.
I am the element of air, and I am connected to and a part of you. It's just making me want to breathe. Deep, deep belly breaths into the lungs. Feeling the life force. Feeling your power within it. You have the power to do that. Breath work. What you put in your body. What you speak out, what you put out. It's the give and take, it's a balance. Allow yourself to feel it. I am here. I am here for you. I am here for all of you. Wow, that was powerful.
And then Lindsay as Earth, we do the same.
I am the element of earth. I am part of you and I am connected to you. I feel like for Gaia, it's going to be a little bit different for human beings. So for Gaia, we are one, we are the same desire and purpose and are unified. And the textures of me may change and become tumultuous for that to happen. But that doesn't stop our unification and our shared purpose. I just feel a bond like melting two pieces of metal together that can't be separated. Okay, to the human being, I am the element of earth. I am a part of you. I am connected to you. It's a desire and an asking for a conscious commitment to be from here, to belong to this place, and to slow down, to watch life, and to get so much out of our heads and instead come back to our bodies, to come back to here and now. And it's more than a desire, it's a very acute, intense feeling of more than longing. Even it's more fierce than that. It is like a commit now, come back. That's the way that we can do this together, is to come back to this foundational place. This is our foundation right now. And the element of earth wants everybody to come back and slow down. That's the hopeful side. There's also this other side of great, great grief and sadness for human beings' destruction. on Gaia and the elements. And I think that's why the voice of encouragement and hope is stronger, because sharing all that more darker side with human beings isn't always the way to get them to commit and to be here right now.
How does the human being feel hearing that?
I was feeling the human being feels like a child needing to be wanted by its mother and wanting to hear, oh, come play, just be, don't worry about the mistakes, don't worry about the hard stuff, like just put it down for now and just come and play with us. And that like right now I'm not feeling that tension. And yeah.
Mhm. Right. Let's move to fire. Jill, if you could go through that process, if you want to do it like Lindsay did, I thought that was a good idea. Addressing Mother Earth first and then the human being. Saying, I am fire, I am connected to you, I'm a part of you.
Okay, Mother Earth, I am fire, I'm the element of fire, I am connected to you, I'm a part of you. And human being, I am the element of earth, I am fire. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I am the element of fire. I am connected to you. I am a part of you.
How does Earth feel hearing that? Or Mother Earth?
I feel like I want to encourage you. You have the wisdom, and through that wisdom, we will unlock our freedom. And you have to not be afraid to rage and burn it down and create from the fire. I feel like I want to encourage you to like bring more like you can do it, like speak up, more energy, more like come on, it's okay, you can do it, but in a healthy way, like the phoenix rising type of a fire, you know, like come on, don't be afraid, you can do it, get louder, get bigger, get hotter, burn it, burn it all down, because that's where the freedom's going to come from. I know you can do it.
I feel like there's this relationship between human and fire, and human is like, no, you cannot burn it all down. We gave life to you. We brought you. We created this relationship with you, and please respect us and don't burn it all down. And
that's what I'm feeling. It's the oppression, and it's you bursting through that. That is a very beautiful way of summarizing it. Thank you.
That not tied into relationships like crazy, because no one ever upset that cart. No one ever wants to upset that cart. You want to keep building what you had dreamt to build, and if it's still not standing on that solid foundation, it's just going to continue to crumble. And sometimes it's seeing it, knowing it, and really doing it with tact and all of the things that you're saying, like it just like heartfelt. I just know I need to do this. I needed to just deliver it in a different, my gosh, I want to cry because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a different kind of tearing down because it's for your best and highest good.
It's for our freedom.
Yeah.
How does fire feel hearing that?
Fire feels seen and like more integrated, more connected, more accepted. Like, yes, I belong here. I have a purpose. This is my time.
Yeah. It's beautiful when a person shows that internal flame that is really burning, and you can see it in certain people. And when that fire is put that way where it's being utilized for its highest good, you can feel it. It emanates. It's part of the light. It's part of the light.
Fire, I want to say to you, I'm really happy for you. Because I can feel that you are being seen, and that makes me really happy. Because everybody deserves to be seen for exactly who they are in their most purest form. Because you're important. And you're more powerful than you're allowing yourself to be. And use your power for good.
Oh, the human being is like, like, no, don't you understand? This only all exists because it's all controlled, because the volcanoes and the fires and the water and the floods. No, it has to be controlled. Ah!
I just want to tell you to shut up.
I know. I know.
You've talked enough. You've done enough. Quiet. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I feel the same way. I feel the same way.
That's funny. Let's come over to water.
Before I speak to Mama Gaia and the human being, water would like to speak to the fire. So from the depths of the water, your light enables one to find their way out of the depths of the darkest night of the soul. And it is through the power of fire's illumination and water reflecting that illumined soul that we shall rise like the phoenix from the ashes. And to Mama Gaia and the human being, I am water, and I am connected to you, and I am a part of you. The blood that runs through my veins, the water that makes up over 50% of the human body, the tears that fall from my eyes, the saliva that enables me to chew and swallow my food. I return to you. I am created from your elements, from you. We are inseparable. To the human being, I say, Get out of your thinking mind and drop into the depths of the heart. Don't be afraid of your emotions. They are the portal to your freedom.
How does the human being feel?
Bowing in reverence. Yes, 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 yes. Sitting, calming down. Wanting again to just listen and not respond from a place of fear. Feeling grateful.
Can the human being face all the elements and
Can I share something
Press-
with the water
oh,
first?
sure.
Is that okay?
Mhm.
So I have a really bad headache now, and I'm burping the whole time, so I'm taking this as a good sign. So thank you for all that healing. Water, I wanted to tell you that I am looking at you as trying to find the right word for it, like an untapped resource. Like we don't even know the power that you have to help. It's like I'm confused, I'm perplexed, I'm curious. I'm like, what do we do with this? But there's something here that is like a key. It's an untapped resource, like an untapped healing resource. And I'm kind of like before when I said to you, like, I need you. I don't know what it is, but there's something there that needs to be explored. It's like, that's like the next big, massive place we need to like spend some energy and focus because I need that. I don't know what that is. Thank you.
Water want to respond to that?
Sure. So, as water, we can travel through the realms, if you will, to other dimensions, other times, other civilizations. Water carries with it the ability of deep shamanic transformation. It carries with it answers in a way that trees have been on the planet and contain wisdom. Water has been since the beginning of the first concept of Earth, way before humankind ever arrived here. And water contains the answers by simply allowing yourself to soak, to immerse, to steep in the waters and holding inquiry, answers will be revealed.
At the very start, when I was listening to wind and I kept hearing the word cleansing. I also kept hearing the phrase cleansing water purifies my soul. So thank you for that.
Through the water, we will be birthed anew.
I'm feeling like maybe the next process would be to have the human being now turn to each of the elements, and then lastly to Mother Earth herself. So we'll start with wind. And what I heard, wind, or I keep calling it wind, air, asking us to use air in a way that is loving, that the air that we speak, that we put out there is more conscious. And so the human being turning to air, is that something that the human being can commit to?
I am the human being, and you are air. And I recognize your vital, all important part of my life. Every time I connect to my breath, and I mourn my neglect of you, and I acknowledge the the disregard and the abuse of the way we treat you, the way we pollute you, the way we ignore you, the way we take you for granted. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love the way you make me feel. I love your embrace. I love the way you touch me. Please forgive me. I promise to try harder, to remember, to pay attention to you.
Mm.
The human being wanting forgiveness, the elements, there's nothing to forgive. So the elements are here for us. So I just wanted to state that. Of course, naturally, as humans, we go there, but
I keep hearing, they know not what they do. They know not what. So I think the words that we speak, sometimes we don't realize maybe the force it has or the effect it has, whether it is what we call good or bad. It's how it's delivered. When you're using your voice, it comes from that fire within you. So remembering to ground. Grounding is important. Or comes from the soles of our feet and from the core of who we are. As we bring up that grounding through ourselves, it balances our fire, our water, our air, our earth within ourselves. Assisting you and helping you, calming you. Take moments before you speak. Take moments. You will be grateful for those moments where you will pull back and change words. The English language is maybe in some way sort of doing the looping. That looping, I'm getting the looping where we know we do not know what we're saying, how we're saying it. Being more conscious of it is important.
I would like to add to that. That's where we use the fire to burn down the old looping, to stop it so that we have a clean line, a cleanliness, and we can use our words going forward in the clean, pure, responding intentions of we don't have to forgive, we don't have to say sorry, that is the past, we've burnt it down, and from this point forward we are clean and we're speaking cleanly. And I also would like to add, earlier I think it was when you and Wind were talking, a biker rode by and their hair was blowing in the wind. And I just want to invite you, human, to remember to have fun and to play and to enjoy that partnership. And to just have fun and play. And I want to see you have fun and play because you don't do it enough.
The loop, the wind is feeling, but the human is feeling this like tug of war, like back and forth, like, oh, so shameful, it's so hard, and then no, free, and like just be, and it's just back and forth and back and forth, and yeah, like a little reed blowing in the wind, a little fragile reed blowing in the wind.
So use that fire, ignite. It's powerful. You know, fire is powerful. Use that to stop that looping.
I feel like I am the human, and you are the element of earth, and I feel like thinking of being a little reed. I feel like no, I'm gathering up all of the pollen that's been blowing around, and all of the debris, the old leaves, and and I'm piling it, and I'm building a stronger core within using the earth. And it grounds me and it anchors me to Mother Gaia.
So can the human being commit to slow down? The earth, the element of earth is asking. How does the request feel to the human?
It feels so poignant and so important and needed, and the setting of the sun and the rising of the sun and the activities every day. It's mind spinning over and over and over. And Earth, I answer your call. Yes, I will. I as human being will work hard to play in moment by moment and drag a moment out for as long as possible. Free the moment to just be, instead of rushing by it. I picture like being in caves and being really like lost in the rock and the solidness, not in the name of chipping away and mining for resource, but of breathing in the power of the element of the earth, of the rock, using it to anchor my consciousness to present moment, non-judgmental awareness, to really just enjoy each moment as the gift that it is. It's such a gift to have a solid physical form of life on this earth. And it goes so fast. I think that's partly how the mass consciousness loses sight of the importance of grounding and connecting into the being and the heart of the elements and their intricate whole connection that is the web of life that has provided this sacred space for all of us to be.
I feel more relaxed now, as both Sandy and I both yawned.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I felt I felt a shift there.
Well, the element of earth would like to respond to that.
Mhm.
Slowing down gives you enough time to see the lessons in front of you, and do not gather the leaves. Let them decompose. Life is born from life. There is no such thing as destruction. There is only change. And you need to learn that letting go and your form of death is just another aspect of being alive. And that's why you must slow down. So you will learn how to accept that that is part of life. There's no destroying, there's only changing. You need to be able to slow down enough to see these lessons. And thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I feel that. I feel that in the acceptance and the experiencing of the cycle of life, rather than the shielded ignoring of it, but the acceptance and experiencing of it is where the revolution of new earth belongs. That how we create the next version is in this open, full lotus blossoming of accepting all of the cycles, death not being a word to create fear. Death being just a part of it. And from that, seeing the leaves and the forest floor and going and turning to fire, and I am human and you are fire, and whew, I feel you, and I can see the burning phoenix, and that is the image of fire that I want to hold. That accepting as humans, accepting that we have to allow the destruction that will include things we hold dear. Right? That's what we fear. We fear that the things that mean the most, that we carry, that if we lose those, it will be too hard. Or, you know, all the Armageddon stories, the visions that we've grown up with, like that somehow humanity will perish under the coming destruction, and none of that has to be true. None of that has to be true. Those are all stories that we've entangled ourselves in. And fire is as cleansing as water. Fire is as cleansing as water, and as important as air, and as grounding as earth, and as vital to Gaia as every one of us. And I just want to reiterate, fire, I see you. Fire, I bow before you, and I recognize that you are powerful and necessary and glorious and beautiful. And I welcome you. I come to you with peace. I look to you for growth.
Fire, want to respond or?
Fire is enjoying this moment with you, with Mother, I'm sorry, with human. And just reiterating what Mother Earth said earlier, because that was what was coming to me about just allowing that it's okay to just let it all go, because that is the process of rebirth is a natural part of, it's just the natural part of life, and not just for Mother Earth, but for the human. And the human gets to let go of any attachment to guilt, shame, reclaiming your innocence, reclaiming the innocence that you were born with, as you are a part of us, and we are a part of you. We are the same. We are one. And that fire gets to be part of that, and fire gets to be fully fire.
Mhm.
And fire is a part of you. That is all.
Lastly, did Earth want to say before we
Oh,
move to water? Did you want to say something?
I would, if that's okay. So I kept having this visual of the cartoon The Beauty and the Beast, where that rose is kind of encased in glass and then the last petal falls off, and it's like the human is keeping this super tiny flame lit, holding on for dear life, because God forbid it goes away. How are we going to turn the fire on again? Because that's how we survive. So we're keeping this teeny tiny flame safe and protected and contained, and just
Mhm.
it's held hostage because we're afraid to let it go, because how are we going to ever ignite the flame again? But what we don't know is the power to ignite the flame is within all of us, and you have to trust that fire, it's time for that fire to be cleansed by the wind and to be blown away. And then we, human, and all of us together, you human, you will bring the fire within. And if this is this new rebirth, you just have to believe that it's time to say goodbye to that. That story is done. Because you have the power to birth the fire in partnership with the fire, because the power's there.
That's such a powerful image, because earlier Tanya and I had a conversation about shadows and fear and the pinpoint of light at the end of the tunnel. And I was talking, I was feeling as if fire is the shadow. Fire is the destructive quality of humanity that we hide from and that we're shameful of, and yet at the same time it's roaring its ugly head all around. And when we release it, when we shine the light of it, and it's not in the shadow anymore, it's a beautiful force that we have to have. And like you said, it's always there. We can release it, and we can always regenerate it.
Mm. I have to say, if it's okay,
Yeah.
air is feeling very heard. And I feel that as I was sitting here with my eyes closed, I just kept hearing thank you, because I was hearing all of these pauses in between
Oh,
words, and they were really looking for the best words, so I could feel it. And so, yeah, I was like, wow, as air, you got it. You got that word across. So that was awesome. That's awesome.
Well, I'm human and you are water, and you are part of me, and you immediately light me up. You feel like the joy in my life. You're all the things, right? You're cleansing, you're refreshing, you're cooling, you're playful, you're all of the things. And oh, I'm sure there are many ways that I mistreat you and disregard you. And I'm picturing the 620,000 square foot garbage patch in the middle of the ocean, which I just saw a picture of today. And I just want the human being to step up for their self-responsibility, It's time, it's time to be playful in your leadership of self-responsibility and responsibility to all life, to really standing clear in the web of life, the role, right? The human, oh, water is washing over me. Water is washing over me. And he's like, they, it feels like, hey, it's okay. Let it all wash over you. Let it all wash over you. We got this. All things in their own time, moment by moment. Some moments are regrettable and some moments are bad choices, and it's not the end of the world, and we have time to correct it. Ah, Gaia, we have time to correct it. Oh, we have time to correct it. That's what I hear. That's what the earth wants us to know.
Maybe a human being can say to Mother Earth, thank you, Mother Earth. I belong to you and you give me life.
Thank you, Mother Earth. I belong to you. You give me life. I just feel like you're like my child, and I just want to just encourage and nurture and hug and play and just, I'm envisioning you like a child, like you're my child. I know you can do it. Oddly, I'm not worried. I am trusting that there is a divine plan, and all is as it is supposed to be. But I love you, my child. Well, go play and have fun, please. Could you do that for me? I love you, Mother, and I hear you and I accept your love. Oh, I have the human being that is Melissa has this song she's been carrying for 30 years that is very personal and private, but has to be shared. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. As I wander through this world, help me love and find me home. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. As I wander through this world, help me love and find me whole. That's the first time I've ever sung that to anyone.
Wow. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you. I feel a maturing and a growing up from you, human. And it's an honor and a privilege to be witness to your growing up from a child to, the next path of that. teenager, young adult, whatever, more responsibility. Thank you for sharing that. That was beautiful.
I am human and I feel so held and safe and at peace in my mother and my siblings, air and earth, fire and water. And I am so delighted, so delighted to be here.
Wonderful. I feel like this is complete, and there's so much information. I need to watch this and take notes. But there's so much wisdom shared that it was really brought to light so many things. So I just thank all of you so much for being willing and courageous to step in and speak and share. And you can take maybe just a couple minutes. I know, Amy, you have to go soon. But if anybody feels like they would like to share now, so actually before we move, like everybody just to consciously step out of their roles that they're holding. You can just imagine just stepping out of the circle, bowing down, or however you want to bring closure, step out of the role. All right, does anybody want to share or get feedback or anything like that before we say goodbye? Maybe we're all still just letting everything resonate and assimilate, and a lot to chew on here.
I didn't know which element you were gonna choose for me, and or if I was gonna be able to choose, but I kept hearing air, 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 like all the way here as I was
Oh,
driving.
really?
And I was gonna just set this up at my desk at home, and then I started it. I had everything all set up, and I looked outside, and I'm okay, air. So it just like I just felt really, I don't know, really pushed and kind of led to just do it outside. And I'm interested to see the replay because on parts of it, I felt as if I would like literally just got something take over me in a like a little bit of a way. It was very powerful, very moving. Like I could just feel it to the core of myself. It was fantastic. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
All of everybody's input and the way that this all worked. Oh, I loved it.
Thank you. I feel the same way. And this is only my second participation in a constellation, and it's so moving and magical that it does just come from somewhere else, and yet it's so clearly interwoven with who you are, right? But it's also not you, and it's really powerful. It's so powerful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what to expect today, and this was absolutely amazing. And I really thank all of you for being open and doing what you did, participating to make this an amazing time.
Yeah.
Thank you for witnessing this with us and enjoying this with us as well.
It's my honor. It's my honor.
I'll go at the end.
Okay. Does anybody else, Sandy, look like you wanted to share? Yeah.
I just wanted to thank both you and Amy for this absolutely mind-blowing, just incredible experience. And I must have missed the part if you had chosen water and I stepped in somebody's place. I apologize for that. I didn't realize you had hand selected participants. So
No, you're fine. No,
So-
all good.
was it
I'll
was-
just, oh, sorry. Kenny,
No.
you,
Mhm.
I just wanted to reiterate, thank you, Amy and Danya. It's my first time participating in one of your constellations. So, and a constellation with nature is just really interested. And yeah, that fire, I had no idea that the fire was gonna come up for me, but it makes total sense in my life and where I am right now. So that's what I love about this work. It's really powerful, and appreciate you holding this space. And it's nice to see everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Jill.
I love that your background, Jill. It was funny when people were putting their hands up, I was looking at Sandy and I thought, oh, I think she's going to be water because your background, it was so crazy. And then Jill, the same thing with yours. I'm like, oh, I think she's going to be fire. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I've done family constellations before, and I'm aware of how just amazing they are. Yeah, sorry, just letting somebody in. And Tanya's work is incredible. And when we had this conversation about doing something with the nature constellations, our conversation was like in another world. And I was just like, this is needed. Like, we need to do this. So I'm so honored that all of you got to share Tanya's incredible magic. And this will, and myself as well. Like, I felt like I had a piece of everybody. Like when I wasn't planning on stepping in, I really wanted to just observe and allow everybody else to do it. And I kept hearing fire and I kept hearing earth. Well, of course, because I had a piece of everybody. But it was really, really interesting. So thank you for that. You're right. There was a bit of like, you're in it and you're out of it. And it's like this body taking over. And it's just, I felt very privileged to speak on behalf of Mother Earth and in connection with all of you. So I want to thank you for that. This will be very memorable for me.
Mm.
And I also wanted to say thank you, Tanya, for hosting this as well. Your work is incredible. And if anybody wants to connect with her, I know that she's going to share all of her contact information. If any of you want to do this again with her, or if any of you want to do something like this within my community with something that you want to share and showcase, please don't hesitate to reach out. My purpose is to connect women and to create liberated empires and to help women heal and to help build this new world. And it's just, like, I just want to cry because it's so important. And if I can help any one of you just continue to just step further into your purpose, like that would just be such a privilege and an honor. So I'm really grateful to share this space with all of you beautiful, incredible women. And thank you so much, Tanya. This is really, really amazing.
Yeah, you're so welcome. And thank you, Amy. Definitely, like, yeah, seriously take Amy up. If you have gifts that you want to share, definitely reach out to her. And you can host your own masterclass in her group. So my announcement's really brief. I just wanted to share that my next putting out there that I'm hosting a weekend family constellations workshop, May 6th and 7th. So it's a weekend online where each participant gets to receive a constellation and also will participate in other people's constellations. And so that's, straight up family constellations work. And yeah, this was really fascinating. I'm definitely curious about exploring nature constellations work more. And I think, Denise, it makes sense that you were drawn to be outside. I was too. I'm like, oh, I really should do this outside instead of in this little gray box, but it's too cold. So yeah, anyway, thanks again so much, everyone. And Lindsay, did you want to chime in a little something? Like what you shared from Earth, I was just drinking that in. I was like, oh my gosh, so good. Actually,
Yeah, it felt really like in line actually with our sessions lately and like that what I've been, you know, looking for. And then it just fully came through in a different way. And I just saw it differently. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to share my gratitude with every person here. Thank you so much for creating this group today and showing up and doing it. And it's really well, and I'm still going to have to integrate it for a while. So thank you.
Yeah. Great.
I'm going to put a replay link so you all have access to this, and please take Tanya up on her offer to connect with her. She really is incredible, and the whole world needs to see your magic, my dear.
Thank you.
I agree.
Much love, everybody. Love you all. Big hugs.
Bye.
Bye.
See you soon. All right. Bye.